So what is a list? A list is an array, right? So we'll just write a few notes here. A list is an array, right? That can have multiple elements, right, inside it. This is one point. Another is these elements can be of the same type or different type. What do we mean by type? We mean data type. So
yes, sir. Like if we are talking about subject, we can add class to it also.
yes. So if we have strings and integers and floats, we can add anything, right?
Yes, sir. I have a doubt.
Yeah.
As you know that arrays cannot be changed.
Arrays can be changed.
No, sir, cannot be changed.
No, arrays can be changed. That's what I'm saying. Arrays can be changed.
Okay. So, but I think I read somewhere that arrays cannot be changed.
It must have been some different type, because if you have read in Java, so in Java there are different classes like string and string buffer for strings. Okay. So maybe like you should revisit. Maybe there must have been some more information over there, because arrays in Python, the arrays, or you can say the list, can be changed. Okay, they're mutable.
Okay.
So let's say I have 5 different subjects, right? So I'll create a variable named subjects, and I'll say equal to, and I'll put an empty square brackets, right? So this is how we define a list, right? And what do we say? I'll say physics, right? I'll say psychology. I'll say something else, entertainment, or let's say cinema, okay? And I'll say maths. So these are 4 different subjects that I have in my university, right? And see, I have separated them by a comma, right? So all the different elements of an array are separated by a comma. So an array is nothing. It's a collection of elements. On all the different elements are separated by a comma in between them. So we write the first element physics, we put a comma, then we write the second element, then we put a comma, then we write the third element, right? And if I write print subjects, I'll get the whole array, right? If I click on run right now, I got the whole array here, right? Or the list.
Yes.
But yeah.
No, sir, no.
But if I want to access each and every element, right? So let's say I want to access the first element, second element, third element, fourth element. So they have an index, right? Index means the number through which we can refer to that element. So the first element in array is always 0th element. Okay.
Yes, sir. It starts from 0 and goes till 3. Like no, this one goes till 3.
Last is n minus 1, right? N minus 1, which in this case is 3. What is n? N is the total number of elements. What are total number of elements?
So 3.
4.
It means 4. You can say 4.
And what is n minus 1? 3, right? So last element is n minus 1. Remember this. It is very important. And first element is 0, right? So if I write subjects of 0 and print subjects of 3, so tell me what should be the output?
Sir, maths.
I have written 2 print statements.
Yes, sir. Physics and maths both will be printed.
Physics and maths, okay. If I remove this and I write 2, what should be the output?
Sir, then cinema will be printed.
So 0, 1, 2, right? So cinema.
2. Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, we got it.
Yes,
so this is what a list is.
Actually, Priyank sir has taught me this.
Oh, awesome. I'll just going through it, so later on you don't get confused. Okay. Paste it here. So this is a list, right? This is what list is all about. Let me copy this as well and put it here. Okay. Awesome. So this is a list. Now there is a different type of element which is known as a dictionary in Python. Okay. So what is a dictionary? Let me go a little bit backwards. So let's say subject is equals to math. This is a string, right? Hello?
Sorry, sir, I was on mute and I was speaking. So yes, so this is a string because it has only one element.
What is this?
Sir, this will be what do you say? What was the name? It started from V.
Integer. Right? Or digit. You are calling it a digit.
Yes, sir.
right? Integer or digit or a number, right? What is this?
Sir, if you say marks equals to 45.6, you can say it's a variable. So what is it known as?
This is a decimal number,
I
right?
think it's okay. So you are asking only the numbers.
The data type. I'm asking the data type. So the
Okay,
data type for
okay,
this is a
okay.
string. The data type for this is an integer.
Yes.
This is a
And this is
decimal,
decimal.
which is known as a float in programming, right? Decimal is known as float in programming.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
So you can write fractions. Sir, is there any name for fractions also in this?
for
Fractions.
fraction, see, fraction will be actually fraction when you calculate it, it will either become an integer or it will either become a float, right?
Okay, so we convert it. We do not take fraction in the computer language, we just convert it.
You can take fraction, but computer will convert it. Computer will convert it for its own use.
Yes, sir.
To
So
decimal
in
also.
binary language.
Yeah, yeah. So what is this? What is this data type?
So you can. So this is array.
Array. Okay. Now I will give you one more data type. Okay. So this is that data type. What is this? This is a dictionary. Okay. If you look closely, close
So
enough,
what
right?
were you saying? So your voice just cracked.
This is a
Sir, I know this type.
dictionary, right?
I think this is a dictionary.
Yes. Or you can say this is a JSON object, right? JSON object and dictionary look very alike to each other, right?
Okay.
JSON is also like this and dictionary is also like this. I think the only difference is instead of double quotation, in the dictionary there is single quotation. I think that is the only difference. There is no other difference, right? Okay.
Okay. So
So
sir, I think this is not a dictionary then. You said that there is single quotations, there are double quotations with this.
okay, nice observation. Single quotation, right? Uh, I but I think okay, I was a little bit confused. I guess that was a JavaScript object. Let's say this is a dictionary. Okay, you can put a double quotation marks also. It will work. Okay, for double quotations also this will work. So what is a dictionary? If you look closely, there is a key and there is a value for that key.
Sir, I have a question.
Tell me.
So like if you put a double quotation marks in dictionary also,
it will work.
And in JSON also,
yeah,
it will work. I know, but how can we figure out that this is a JSON and this is a dictionary?
Okay, so basically, dictionary is not really a type of itself. Dictionary is a type in JavaScript itself. So you can say that a dictionary, a JSON object in Python is called a dictionary. Okay. Did you get it?
Okay. Okay.
Or if you want some, you can say philosophical differences. I'll say difference between dictionary and the JSON. Okay. JSON is a data format. Python dictionary is a data structure in memory object, right? Okay, I don't think it should be doing this if you need to. It's the same thing. Okay, so what it is saying is, it's basically saying when you want to send data from one place to another place, it is called JSON. When you want to store inside your memory, it is called dictionary. Okay, but it's both are the same things. Okay. So first name is Sarthak. If you look at it, what this type is, type is known as, this is a key and this is the value. There is another key last name. There is another value Gupta ji. There is age, key. There is a value. There is key. There is value. Right. So there is a key value difference. Right. There is a key value sort of thing. So if I say, if I store it inside some data, I'll say data is equals to this, right? Like this, and I'll say print data.
Sir, okay, data is equal to okay.
And let me comment everything out. Okay. I'll run it. And you can see that we are getting this data back, right? Okay, you can see that this has it has converted into single quotation marks automatically, right?
Yes. So if we have to remove these single quotation marks, we don't need them. What should we do?
No, why? It has to be there. It is telling the program that it is a particular data type, right? It is telling the program that
No,
it is.
sir. Yes, sir, I know that. But in the output, if we don't want single quotation marks,
Okay. So
what
you
shall
can
we do?
you can do this. So you have data, right? And if you want to fetch some particular data, let's say you want to fetch the first name. So you will write square brackets
Okay.
dot first name like this. Okay.
Okay.
And run it. You get Sarthak. Okay.
No, sir, I want all the data like that only. First, like it was before, but I don't want single quotation marks in that.
That cannot be done actually, because like dictionary, when you output it directly, right, it will show it that way. You can parse it. You can put a loop here. Okay. And
Okay.
for each and every element, you can print it separately. But if you print the data directly, it will obviously give that single quotation marks over there. Okay.
Oh, sir, I think. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, so then it's better to write only print statements than dictionary. Like you can write print, then colon, and then sarthak. It's better, I think.
It's better to write print statements in.
It's better to write print statements than dictionary for these small things. But for big things, I think dictionary is better.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's okay.
So, sir, like if you have written for the small code dictionary, we can write print in place of it. It will be small also, easier also, and it will print the right thing which you want.
Okay. So you mean to say print here like this, right?
Yes, sir.
No, but we will need to store it somewhere, right?
Yes. No, sir, I'm just saying that like you can print it like first name Sarthak. Then you can write another print statement, last name Gupta.
Okay. Okay. I
Then
got
you
it.
can write another print statement like that. But for big codes, you can do dictionary.
Exactly. Right. Very good. That is correct. Okay. So in this, we have you can see how we can access the particular data inside a dictionary, right? Data of first name, you'll get the first name. Data of last name, you'll get the last name. If I say print data of age like this, okay.
Yes.
So we are getting the age, right? So this is what a dictionary is, right?
Yes, sir.
It's a data type to store different sorts of data in key value pairs, right?
Yes, sir.
And obviously it is
1
useful.
minute. 1 minute.
Obviously you can see why this is useful, right? Because we can directly access one particular data and we can update this as well, right? So in the next bit,
Yes,
we will
sir.
see how to update this data as well. So we have seen that how can we create a new dictionary, right? We have seen that how can we access
Yes,
a particular element of dictionary. Let's see how we can
Yes.
update the elements and add new elements to the dictionary. So when I say elements, I mean a new key value pair, right? So what I will do here, I'll say data of first name okay, Aradhana, and data of last name Sharma, right? And we will
Yes,
change
sir.
all the data. Let's see. I will only change the name. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll click on run again,
Hmm.
and you can see that the data has been updated, right? So this data
Yes,
has been
sir.
updated. So very simple. The way you access it, data of first name, you just write data of first name, and then after the equal to, you put the data that you want to assign to it, right?
Sir, but I think we can just change that Sarthak and Gupta in place of the other names which you want
No. So you are saying that I
in
put
the
this here,
data.
right?
Yes, sir.
No, but say let's say you are creating a website, right? And
Yes.
after some, let's say a person.
Yes, sir. I understand that. What is the use? Like there's a big code and you are not able to find that, and you have to do it fast, so you can run this code.
Exactly, right? So
Yes.
like maybe we over time we need to change something. Maybe instead of the name, we need to change the age, right? So we'll have to update
Yes,
the
sir.
age, right? Over time, right?
Yes, so we have to write data, then brackets, then single quotation marks or double quotation marks,
Yes.
then age
So let's say
equals
that.
to, and what do we have to write?
So let's say that I grew up. Like it has been 1 year, and I need to update the age. So I'll say data of age plus 1. I click on run.
Also, you can write 14 also. That will be easier.
No, that's what I'm saying. See, I hard coded 14 here, right? Now next year, it will again update it as 14 only.
Sir, but how will it update itself? It will keep on adding that when you want. Like if you have added one, so it will.
Yeah, so every year it will add one. It will take the previous age and it will add one to it, right? But if you add
Sir,
14,
but how will it get to know that 1 year has passed?
okay, so that is you can set any program right in the background that will run every year. Let's say on 1st of January it
Sir,
will
you
run
have
every
to
year.
set a loop, I think.
Yes, you can say a loop, but it's more complicated than that. I wouldn't say we'll go into that. Okay, there is something known as a cron job. Okay, and there are other things as well, but basically how we store the ages, we don't store the age, we store the date of birth. Okay, and from that we calculate the age.
Hmm.
So date of birth never changes, right?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, it's all right. You can think of it as a loop. Although it's not a loop, but you can think of it as a loop that is running over and over again, right?
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So this is how we can update the data, right? What we need to do is next, we need to see how we can add new
Sir,
elements.
JSON.
How we can, no, JSON is the same as dictionary, just like I told you, right? It's just the difference between how we store it or how we pass the data. There are 4 keys here: first name, last name, age, and skills. What I need to do is I need to add another key. Okay, I'll add special power.
Okay.
So this was not there previously, right?
Yes, sir.
Now it is there. So I'll just write data of special power. I do not need to do anything else. I just write data of special power equal to, and I'll say scrolling mintra.com. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll run it. Okay, we cannot see it right now, so I'll just print data. Run it again.
Yes, sir. So you have to just. Yes.
And
Sir.
you can see that it has been added here, right? So a new key value
Yes,
pair
sir.
has been added.
So we have to just do it like if we are updating the code, it will get added on its.
Exactly. So you just have to say data of special power is equals to whatever, and then it will add that key, right? So this is how you can create a dictionary, how you can access a dictionary elements, how you can update dictionary elements, how you can add new key elements, right? And dictionary and JSON, both of them are the same, but whatever you call it, but it is very important to understand this because in web development or in web technologies, JSON is used a lot. Okay, everywhere is JSON only.
Okay.
If it is not a string or integer, it is a JSON. Okay. And so understanding how to work with JSON is very, very important, right? If you create a data 2 like this, it will be empty JSON. There will be no data inside of it. Empty JSON.
Okay.
So you can see it is an empty JSON, right? No issues. Okay. No problem. It is an empty. And this one has some data. No problem. Right? This is how we work with JSON, and this is what a string list is. This is what a dictionary is, right?
So, sir, we have to just do data to.
First, data to, that's all. You cannot access any, there is no element inside of it.
So you don't have to put any element inside the JSON.
I'm telling you that it is an empty element. Yeah, there is no element inside of it. You can create an empty one also. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
And I will show you the JSON data types. Yeah, tell me.
Okay, sir.
I'll show you a API exactly on the web on the internet, right? And you can see that how JSON is used. Let's go to this website, and you can see this is a JSON. Opening curly brackets, key value, key value, right? So whenever we are interacting on the internet, right, it's always a JSON.
Okay.
Whenever you're trying to fetch some data, pass some data to the server, from the data from the server to client, from client to server, always a JSON, right? So that's why it's very important. Okay. That's all.